Welcome to Just an Average Fantasy Football Podcast. Allegedly.
Holla.
That's me.
Well, welcome into Just an Average Fantasy Football Podcast. I'm your host, Daniel Hayes, with Matt Baker.
That's me.
You can find us at avgffpod.com. Wherever you do go to listen to us, please give us a like, follow, or subscribe, or whatever it calls for. And if it gives you the option to leave a review, please do so. I try to check them somewhat regularly, but I forget most of the time. I don't get no alerts when we get a review. I have to go in and look, but
Yeah.
Usually I think it's Apple's the only place we got any reviews, but I'll try to keep up with that. But yeah, if you could go and help us get this thing going for, I mean, I don't know. Every day I lose more hope, but
I mean,
but it only takes one time for the take off. You can go from like the low end to the high end overnight. So
if the right person would listen to the Baker's Bottoms one time,
just one time. All right. Well, before we get kicked off, you have a beer kinda of the week.
It's a beer-esque of the week. It's actually a hard cider made by Atlanta Hard Cider Company.
Do they make hard cider?
I'm not entirely sure. The little bit of research I did, and that was just reading their name.
Yeah.
They are the Atlanta Hard Cider Company. So
yeah, it seems like
I assume by that it's probably a hard cider.
All clues point to probably.
But this one intrigued me a little bit. It's a pomegranate made with real pomegranate fruit juice, whatever.
Yeah.
5.9% alcohol by volume, 16-ounce cans. It's a little pricey, but it's not super pricey for 4 16-ounce cans.
I will say, if you like sour, it's fucking delicious.
Is it?
Yeah, if you like sour, it's delicious. It could use a touch more sweetness to go with it, I think. But sour is my favorite flavor. So
I like this because it's true to pomegranate. Like I love pomegranates. Pomegranates are the bomb diggity, and this is straight true.
It's only 5.9%, but if you're a sour person, but it could get cut a little bit. It would be great to mix it, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Like it's.
Or if you poured this over some ice after the ice melted a little bit, you cut that sour, because it's almost sour enough to give you that sour face.
Yeah, but it's gluten free. I mean, I don't know. Yeah. I'm not mad at it.
I think it's delicious.
I think we can cut it with vodka. It'd probably still be really good. Like poured over some vodka and let it
be great.
It'd be amazing.
I think this would actually still be good if it was flat too.
Yeah, that's probably true. Yeah, it'd probably be better. I could drink it faster.
All right, well, let's roll into some news real quick. All right. CeeDee Lamb says he's good to go. He's going to play and has no limitations. So that's great. It's going to be interesting to see now that Pickens and Dak have vibed and got some chemistry going, how that's going to work out. Is Dak just going to throw for 800 yards every game now?
Has he not been doing that already?
He's been trying. I mean, the Cowboys may start winning now because, instead of put up 40, they can try to put up 60.
Yeah.
So
and their defense will allow 62. So
that's a fair point. The more they score, the more chances the defense has to be back on the field. So
exactly.
Maybe they should try to get they need to muddy the game up. They need to quit being high flying offense and be like trudging old school, run it 3 yards in a cloud of dust, keep their defense off the field. But yeah, we're going to see. It's going to be interesting to see what happens now with the receivers. I think they're both going to be fine. You had that one big year in Miami where Tyreek was 1 or 2 and Waddle was like 8 or something, 7. Yeah. But so you can get to wide receiver ones.
AJ Brown and Devonta Smith, they were 6 and 9, I think, one year.
Nice.
Oh, now that I say that, yeah, nice.
But right now, Pickens is wide receiver 3, I think, in a half point PPR. So, it's gonna be interesting. So And I would play everybody. If CD says he's playing with no limitations, he's going right back in my lineup with no hesitation.
I have no hesitations either.
Let's see. We'll start with people who haven't practiced. Brock Bowers, again, is not practicing. He's most likely going to be out this week. Jacoby Myers not practicing. There's a lot of trade rumors swirling around him. He's not happy there. He wants to get paid. And so this could be I'm injured, but I'm really just want you guys to trade me some.
Oh, just a knee injury.
Yeah,
isn't that what Devontae Adams had? For,
yeah, oh, something like that. Yeah,
knee injury.
Yeah,
for
back
like
when Devontae Adams,
weeks.
he was injured for 4 weeks, and then he got traded, and all of a sudden he's good to go. Puka did not practice again. Most likely going to be out. The high ankle sprain. You got to think too. They've got their bye next week, so there's no reason to push him back out there. We may get away without him having to miss multiple games if it is as minor as they want us to believe, and he doesn't play this week and then he gets the bye. He may be back and we not have to deal with a 4-week window that we generally deal with high ankle sprains. Debo is still dealing with a heel issue. He did not practice, but the contention is this is more of them just resting him, that it's not going to affect his play, getting out there to play. They're just giving him the time off to try to get him healed up. Terry McLaurin also not practicing. Doesn't look good for him to play this week. Darius Slayton not practicing. Calvin Ridley most likely out, not practicing. Njoku's not practicing, and there's also trade rumors around Njoku. So it could be another one of those situations that we just talked about with Jacoby Myers. So
what if he gets traded? He gets traded to the Bengals over there with Joe Flacco.
What if they trade Njoku for Jacoby Myers? And neither one of them goes to a team where they'll be the person.
Yeah, it doesn't even matter.
Josh Downs did not practice, most likely not going to play. Garrett Wilson most likely out. It did not practice as well. And of course, Bucky and Chris Godwin have already been ruled out. They did not practice, and Egbuka did not practice either. Most likely going to be out. None of that is official yet, because if it was, I could do more with my lineups, but I can't because people haven't been ruled out yet. Let's see, some limited. JJ McCarthy is limited, but it still seems like your boy is going to get another start. Carson Wentz.
But
at least JJ is out there. Christian Watson limited. Marvin.
That's close.
Marvin Harrison. There it is.
There you go.
I couldn't read my own handwriting. He's in the concussion protocol, but he is limited out there. There is a chance he plays this week.
It's rare that you clear concussion
that quick.
the next week. That's a. I mean, don't get me wrong. I would love for him to clear and be available to play, because
there was one that was the Josh Downs. Josh Downs is the concussion. He showed up on the report after the game in practice.
Oh wow,
yeah. So he's. It would be very rare for him to get in. Let's see. Kyler Murray still out. He's still breaking in the new Battlefield.
Yeah, so whatever new Xbox or PS5 game they're trying to play out there.
Josh Jacobs was limited, but he's dealing with an illness. I don't expect him to miss any time. Stephon Diggs is limited. Alvin Kamara limited. He said if he gets traded, he's essentially going to retire. He's going to go drink pina coladas on a beach somewhere. So I don't expect him to get traded, because I don't think anybody's going to want to take that shot for somebody that's just going to walk away. He wants to retire. His own words, he wants to retire as a Saint. He does not want to play for anybody else.
Yeah.
So. DJ Moore got taken to the hospital. It seems to be a growing issue. I mean, how bad did he bust the testicles? Or I mean, come on.
I don't know. But he played the whole time, so it must not have been that bad. But it was bad enough
to spend the night in the hospital.
Yeah.
So whatever he did, but he is limited, so he's back out there. Jerry Jeudy limited. Darren Waller limited, which has been the case for Waller. This is part of the ramping up. I don't think there's anything too concerning there. Swift limited with the Bears. Chuba limited. I don't know what's going on with Chuba. They haven't really come out and gave a lean either way. So you definitely monitor that. For anybody who's got Dowdle, you're hoping you get another week of just Dowdle. But for those of us who have Chuba, we're scared, we're worried, we're prayerful about what's going to happen when Chuba comes back, and if he's going to be useful, or if it's just you're going to have two good running backs that are deep flex plays because they're splitting carries.
Yeah.
Let's see. Mike Evans is also limited, so hoping that he gets out there because if not, it's going to be a hodgepodge of receivers for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He's not in my smashes, but I would say Cade Otton might be a smash this week. So
that's
against the Lions. Especially if Evans doesn't play.
Yes.
He might get 15 targets.
In the first half.
Full practices. Bam Knight was cleared and had a full practice today. Tutu Atwell cleared. Olave, Jalen Coker, full practice. They haven't made it official that he's off the IR, but it's looking like he's playing this week. And Jatavian Sanders back at it and cleared as well. So there's that. So we're going to kind of switch things up. We're going to do the key games. We usually do key games here, but we're going to do our smashes, and then we'll roll into the rest of our stuff, and we'll close out with the key games and then DFS. So let's go ahead and roll into our smashes of the week. We need to get that damn tablet back.
I need to figure out how to get that straightened out.
Or get a tablet. We just need a tablet or a laptop we can throw sounds on.
Yeah, we can just do a bunch of sounds on.
Or get another sound machine and we'll plug it up or something. I don't know.
I might get one out of a unit sometime soon.
All right. Well, I'll go ahead and kick it off with my smash at quarterback this week. I am going with Bo Nix playing the Giants. The Giants are garbage. And they give up a lot of points to quarterbacks. And I hope Bo Nix goes in says, hey, I want those points. I want to use
all those points.
Yeah, let
Give
me
me
have
those points. Give me the points.
So my quarterback smash this week is Bo Nix. What do you got?
I'm going with Jared Goff against Tampa Bay.
At home.
At home, yeah. I think he's going
Goff at home against a high-powered offense is always a nice play.
And I think it's going to be a good one. This could be one of those legendary games too.
Yes.
45 points on both sides of the field. I mean, Baker can do it. Jared Goff can do it. Give me all of it. I hope they go to OT. It's like 40-40 in OT. And then they both score 3 more touchdowns in OT just because. It ain't going to happen, but maybe.
All right, who's your running back smash?
Running back smash this week is Jaylen Warren versus Cincinnati. They play tonight.
Yes, that's a good play.
Coming back off of it, and Cincinnati's doo-doo buns. Adam Flacco is not any better, but Pittsburgh's going to lead, and they're going to lean heavily on Jaylen Warren. Yes. I mean, I wouldn't be scared to play Kenneth Walker this game as well because I think he's going to get usage.
You mean Gainwell?
Or Gainwell, yeah.
I am playing Gainwell.
Kenneth Gainwell as well, just because he's going to get usage. They're going to be 3 scores up, and
especially in a full PPR, I would definitely play Gainwell in the flex spot. All right, my running back smash is Quinshon Judkins this week. I should have wrote down who they're playing, but I did not. But whoever the Browns are playing.
Who are the Browns playing?
I can tell you in a second. I just had I usually write down who they're playing, and then today I'm like, nah.
Yeah, like never mind. I ain't worried about that.
Ain't even worried about it. Nah. The Browns are playing the Dolphins. Yeah.
Duh.
So,
I should have guessed that. I mean,
so Judkins at home against the Dolphins. Cleveland's going to want to lean on this. They're not throwing the ball very far downfield with Gabriel right now. And so I think they're going to lean on Judkins and let him go out there and absolutely mash these Dolphins in the ground.
That's so funny. I saw that there was a post somebody put that says Dylan Gabriel's really small and has a subpar arm, but he makes up for it with his lack of athleticism. I believe Shadour's the better quarterback. I don't understand. He must have pissed everybody in the NFL off. There's something that's there's definitely something there, but
yeah, I think they're trying to justify drafting Gabriel in the 3rd round and then Shadour in the 5th by keeping him out there, but it's like I can tell you right now, Shadour will get the ball downfield. Gabriel's not even attempting to do that. No. I think there was a quote that said, no, that was Justin Fields. Justin Fields came out and said he wants to take more chances.
Oh, yeah.
How about you take the chance of throwing the ball under 5 seconds?
Just throw the ball. Well, the guy they told me to throw it to wasn't open. Well, there's other people
in the NFL. They're open. Just throw them.
There's other people there. Just look at your second read and throw it there.
My wide receiver smash this week is Devontae Adams because he's elite, as I've been saying forever.
Definitely elite.
But he's going to get elite targets this week, especially if Puka is out. I'll take him either way. But they're playing Jacksonville, and Jacksonville is fairly tough against the run, but they are not against the pass or against wide receivers. So I think Devontae Adams is set up to have a good day.
You know Stafford going to throw that ball. I mean,
Yeah, you're going to spin it.
it's crazy that, I wonder where those 17 targets that would have gone to Puka are going to go. If they all go to Devontae Adams, that's going to be insane. Yeah. There's going to be 2 tight ends. Nobody in this.
5 of them will go to Whittington.
I'm going to say
3 of them will go to Tutu Atwell on like long bomb plays.
Yeah.
And then 4 of them will go to Higbee.
I predict at the end of that game, we're going to learn 2 new tight end names that we've not heard yet. There's going to be 2 new tight ends that none of us have heard of. One's going to get a touchdown and one's going to have 5 for 5 for 60 yards.
It'll be a wide receiver. I think we'll have a wide receiver.
It's going to be a wide receiver, not a tight end. I just figured they're going to pull 2 tight ends up off the practice squad that are going to show up and show out, and then we'll never hear from them again.
They never throw to tight ends, though.
I know, but I just feel like it's going to be one of those crazy weeks where who's that guy? And it's going to be 2 tight ends on the Rams.
Maybe down in Tampa.
Oh, yeah. No, Tampa, we could see 6 new tight ends that we've never heard of, and each of them just gets 1 for 1 touchdown. It's just all of them. Nobody that we want to get touchdowns is going to get it. It's going to be some weird off name people we don't know.
I want whatever you're smoking. Who's your wide receiver smasher?
Nico Collins versus the Seahawks.
Yeah. What?
I know. Yeah. This will be one of the few times you hear me put Nico out there. I don't know. I just I'm not a super fan of him for the value, and I'm glad I wasn't, because if I'd have drafted him where he was going at the beginning of the season.
I don't think you ever thought Nico wasn't good.
Yeah,
you just
exactly.
didn't want to draft him in the first round.
It's what everybody else was spending for him and forcing people to buy up for this. And I couldn't justify it, in my opinion. But this week is going to be a week that's going to boost his numbers, if that makes sense. Like, he's been like wide receiver 12 or something, all season. And then he's going to end up getting wide receiver 8 after this because of one really good week, I think. And that's not something that you draft for. You know what I mean? Like, you don't want to draft for a guy that's going to have 3 weeks that pushes him up 10 spots just because he did big on those 3 weeks. So, but I think Nico Collins has a bang-up game against the Seahawks because they're going to push them. I mean, they're going to push Texans. Texans have done well the last few games playing against really soft defenses, and I think the Seahawks are at least good enough to score enough to keep them throwing balls, to keep them both throwing on both sides of the field here. I
mean, they're coming out of the bye. They had their bye last week, but going into the bye, the Texans dominated the Ravens, dropped 44 on that JV defense.
And the Titans the week before that, which is a garbage can defense as well. But I mean,
Titans actually aren't that terrible on D. They're just, their offense can't sustain drives, so their defense has to be out there more. But in the metrics for the Titans defense, they're kind of middle of the road. But I think you're right. Stroud's been kind of meh for a while, but it feels like they're finally clicking offensively a little bit better out there, and they're realizing they don't have much of a run game, so they're having to utilize that pass game. So I think I like that Nico pick with them coming out of the bye with his first game.
Yeah, and it's against, like I said, Seahawks are decent defense.
Actually, it would be his second game, wouldn't it? Since he's come back from injury. Did he play in that Ravens game?
Who?
Nico.
Nico's played every week this year, hasn't he?
I thought he was out injured, or am I thinking of somebody else?
You might be thinking of something. I think he's just sucked that bad you hadn't brought him up. CJ Stroud, because it was like,
or maybe I'm just used to Nico being hurt all the time.
That's a very good possibility as well.
Yeah, he's playing every week. Maybe it was Christian Kirk that I'm thinking of.
Kirk did miss the first, or missed 3 or 4 weeks, 3 weeks somewhere in there. He did miss some time, but with a shoulder injury or something like that.
And Nico has been straight buns.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's not been. He's had one or
wide
two.
Wide receiver 3, basically. I mean, he's had 1 week where he was wide receiver 1.
I was going to say he's had 1 or 2 weeks that were good, but not like where you drafted him good. That's where I'm at with it. But
I don't know.
And then
I just felt like I just added him out of my IR to a team. I'm conflating him with somebody else. But anyway, go ahead. Who's your tight end smash?
My tight end smash is Jatavian Sanders this week.
We should have talked.
Oh. He's also a Baker's bottom, just foresight, just in case you were wondering.
Well, go ahead and talk. I'll find me another one.
He's only owned in 5% of leagues, but I mean, against the Jets are, if their defense is buns at anything, it's the tight end. And it's definitely going to show through this week because coming back off, we know what Jatavian's done, what he can do. And the little bit we saw Tommy Tremble do in his absence, I think that gets multiplied times 3, and Jatavian Sanders has a big-ass week this week.
Well, I'll help you, too. The Jets are the 3rd worst or best. The Panthers give up the most points to tight ends.
Yes.
Jets
are 29th.
Yeah, the Jets are like 20. Yes.
They're 29th as far as points scored or points allowed by the tight end. And I mean, we know the Panthers do use the tight end. Okay, like I said, even when Tyler Trimble was out there the last couple weeks with Jatavian's absence, he had a big week one week. So,
well, I'll go to the other side of the ball. Then I'll go to Mason Taylor. I think that Mason Taylor is prime to have a giant week.
I think so.
He didn't get a ton of targets.
That's because Justin Fields didn't throw the ball at all.
Yeah. Last game he was good garbage all around. But before the game before that, he had like 12 targets and caught 9 of them and had 7 and then 6 before that. So, I think that Mason Taylor is definitely set to go out there and have another possibly double-digit game of targets. The Panthers are the worst team against tight ends, or the best, depending on how you want to look at it. You play your tight ends against Panthers.
They allow the most points to tight ends. Yeah, exactly.
That's the way to phrase it.
Yeah.
So. Bo Nix, Judkins, Devontae Adams, and Mason Taylors are my smashes of the week.
Jared Goff, Jalen Warren, Nico Collins. You heard it here from me. I know. And Jatavian Sanders are my smashes of the week this week.
Smashes of the week.
All right, there.
Boo.
All right. Well,
I guess we need to hit Baker's or Bus's ballers.
Yeah. So smooth. All right. His ballers for week 7. First one up, Jaden Daniels versus Dallas. Come on. It's Dallas. I expect he will finish as a top 3 quarterback this week. I have to agree with you there, Bus.
It sounds correct.
But he did add, if you want a deeper play, you can go with Caleb Williams or Spencer Rattler versus each other. This is a sneaky possible shootout game, which I kind of agree with that as well. Both teams do love to pass, even though their quarterbacks aren't the greatest at it. And it could definitely turn into a sneaky shootout. And neither one of them have a strong run game. So hopefully it doesn't turn into a shootout of field goals. We can get some touchdowns and force the other teams to have to press to get to the end zone. But Ja'Cory Krosky, Bill Krosky Merritt. There it is.
That's why they call him Bill.
Yeah. Versus Dallas. It didn't work last week for Merritt, but damn it, it will this week. I feel there's a theme with the defense he's targeting here.
Yeah.
Ladd McConkey versus Indianapolis, another game that could be high scoring. If Quentin Johnson is out again, Ladd will get tons of opportunities. I agree with that. And it feels like Old Man River is fading Keenan. So it seems like he's
last couple
fading.
weeks it's kind of been,
and it's kind of gone back to Ladd. So
that, and I think Trey Harris has gotten a little bit of
he's got a couple targets. And then you also got Gadsden that's kind of making his presence felt as well. And then you got his last one is Harold Fannin versus Miami. David Njoku is questionable and possibly on the trade block, and Harold is the guy now. Also, Miami is soft against tight ends. Miami is soft against everything.
That's very true. Very true.
So there it is. Jaden Daniels, Bill Krosky Merritt, Ladd McConkey, Harold Fannin, and then just a little add-on of Caleb Williams and Spencer Rattler. All right, and we'll go ahead and hit on Daniel's don'ts.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
All right, my first don't is TJ Hawkinson versus the Eagles. The Eagles are diabolical against tight ends. They are they're the opposite of the Panthers. They're the hardest team to play against tight ends. Only really 2 tight ends have gave you serviceable games against them this week. One was Travis Kelce in week 2, and then Evan Ingram gave you a serviceable week because he got a touchdown. If he wouldn't have got that touchdown, it would have been garbage. And so the rule of thumb is here, you better hope Hockenson gets a score, because with the quarterback play, even though Wentz is, I think, better, and there is a revenge factor to go against the Eagles for Wentz, but their defense just shuts down. They got a lot of speed on their linebacking core and with their safeties, and they just shut down tight ends with a quickness. So I would play someone else over Hockenson if you have that chance. I'd even play Jatavian Sanders over him. Jackson Dart at Denver. Again, Denver is top 3 almost against every position. You can basically say don't play the Giants, but I've tried to keep it, player specific. So the only thing that may save you is Jackson Dart's ability to run the ball and use his legs. But again, it feels like this is going to be a game where the Giants may not score a touchdown. There may be, 2 field goals as they get clapped by Denver. And then Tony Pollard versus the Patriots for 2 reasons. 1, the Patriots are tough on running backs. And 2, Tony Pollard actually played less snaps last week than Spears. So you have that going on. Spears is taking touches from him. He didn't look great before Spears was taking touches. And the Titans are garbage can. I try to not always say garbage because that seems to be my favorite thing to say.
I mean, when the shoe fits,
yeah, they're
put them boots on.
Yeah, trash can. I would avoid playing Pollard if at all possible. So yeah, Hockenson, Dart, and Pollard are my don'ts for the week. And let's hit on some bottoms.
Unless they happen to be power bottoms.
What's a power bottom?
A power bottom is a bottom that is capable of receiving an enormous amount of power. Actually, Mac, you got it backwards. You see, a power bottom is actually generating all the power by.
So I should have asked you, did you have anything you want to add to my, I just run through them and then I asked for your feed. You're the analyst here. I'm the host.
It's pretty accurate. I mean, don't play the Giants. I mean, definitely Broncos shut everybody down. It seems like
I might play Scatterboo just because of his pass catching.
He's going to get used so much and he's more like a battering ram.
Yeah.
So there's the chance that he gets 22 carries and he's going to do something with them.
And I think if they do score a touchdown, it'll be Scatterboo.
It's going to be Scatterboo, exactly. He does kind of pose that threat to defenses that allows for Jackson Dart to kind of get out and escape. So, I don't, Jackson Dart, I still haven't figured out that offense yet. I haven't seen enough of it to really go, yes, that's correct. But it wouldn't shock me if Jackson Dart scored 6 points this week and Scatterboo got 12. But it also wouldn't shock me if Jackson Dart got 15 points because he rushed in a touchdown.
Yeah.
That they were trying to block up.
Because, they put it to Philadelphia pretty hard when they play them. And Philly's pretty tough defense as well. But.
So it's one of those where, I don't know what everybody's figured out about them yet because I haven't figured anything out yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then your other guys.
Pollard and Hockenson.
And Hockenson, I don't know. Hockenson's been kind of meh, all season.
Yeah, he hasn't been, he's only had one really good week all season.
And then, Carson Wentz, he's not been that great either really. So you kind of, I feel like if JJ was starting back again, there might be a little more, because I don't think he's played with Hockenson yet.
Yeah.
And that may be a security blanket safety instead of Wentz trying to push it down to Jefferson every fucking throw. So the play changes, but definitely not playing Hockenson this week unless you absolutely have to. And then the other one, I'm sure.
Yeah, Pollard.
Yeah, I've already moved from Pollard a long time ago. I picked up Spears everywhere 2 weeks before he got off the IR. I'm like,
I would play Bam Knight, even though it doesn't look like, it looks like maybe Bam Knight's not going to be the full-time starter there. He's going to be sharing with Carter.
With Michael
But
Carter,
I think he's going to be the guy who gets all the grunt carries, especially inside the 5.
Yep.
I would probably play Bam Knight over Pollard this week. I would definitely play Vidal. Or Vidal, or however you pronounce
Vidal,
it.
yeah.
All right, what do you got?
I keep saying Vidal, so it's probably Vidal. That's who's wrong. But Baker's bottoms, running back this week, and this is right now. DeAndre Swift is questionable, and this guy, to me, every time I see him run, even if he doesn't get any yardage, and I like saying his name, Kyle Monangai. That he's owned in 10% of leagues, and I'm trying to grab this guy like a bunch of places, like D Swift last week.
Guy?
Monangai. D Swift last week had a good game. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to take anything from him. But, I mean, his 55-yard touchdown was on the back of some shitty-ass tackling. Yeah. Dude looked like he was holding his hands out and didn't even try to cover up. Well, and it was just, I don't know.
They switched up how they were running him, too. Swift has terrible vision. And so he sucks in between the tackles. They pushed him outside. They ran a lot more sweeps. Yeah. And that's where he really makes his hay. Monangai is going to get more. He was getting more of the in between the tackle type carries.
There's something about the way he runs that I feel like if they utilized him more,
he's hungry. He runs hungry.
That dude is gonna. We could see like a Pacheco light, like a good Pacheco light year out of him if they used him. They utilized him more. So, and I think against they're playing against New Orleans. Yeah, there's a good chance that the Bears can come out of this 2 scores ahead before halftime, and they may could utilize Monangai more in the second
Which
half.
Guy?
So Monangai. He's only on 10%
I'm
of leagues.
definitely going to run that joke in the ground.
Is that not?
I'm going to run that joke into the ground.
Hindsight, the only reason I picked Monangai.
Which guy?
Monangai. Was for this joke. We set this up. We didn't set it up at all, but mentally we knew it was going to happen.
We didn't set this up. Hold on, let me check the script.
Yeah, I know.
No, you weren't. Look right here, line 2. You weren't supposed to tell them that we set this up.
Look,
it's supposed to say we didn't set it.
I give all the secrets away.
Why did you edit that out of the script, bro?
But, I just got to talk about this guy. Oh, you missed it.
I was taking a sip of beer. I couldn't help it. Which guy?
Monangai. All right, and then next.
Hey, let me reverse it to you.
No.
Yeah, so I really like Monangai.
Which guy?
Monangai. See, it feels good, right?
Oh, it does. It does. And then wide receiver. This guy's only under 2% of leagues.
Which guy?
Monangai. No. Lil Jordan Humphrey versus another playing
He's
Denver.
not little, by the way.
Oh no, he's not little at all.
Like before, I don't know why. I never paid attention when he played in, I think Denver, and he was in Atlanta or whatever.
Yeah,
but I never paid attention. This dude's like 6'4", 220.
Oh yeah,
he's a big dude.
He's a big dude. Yeah. That's why he's a 50-50 guy. They target him for that.
I thought he's like Steve Smith size.
But yeah, no, I mean, and this is Baker's bottom. This is another playing Denver. It's a tough defense. And the thing about it is, like last week, it was like 2 weeks ago, we lose Neighbors, and we're like, who's going to step up? Who's going to be the guy? They bring this guy up, and he gets 8 targets just right off the rip. And he caught 4 of them. He had some decent yardage. It can only get better because Denver being good, they're going to shut down the first and second options. Somebody's got to get open.
Well, here's the thing, though. The only thing I'd be concerned about is Patrick Surtain. He will follow the receivers generally, whoever they decide. Yeah. And he generally doesn't mess with the slot, though. And that's where Wan'Dale's going to be out of. Yeah. Now, if Wan'Dale starts torching them, then they could re-examine how they're
moving things around.
But I feel like because of Humphrey's size and the fact that he is a true outside receiver, it could be that they stick Surtain
kind of sit on him.
Yeah, but also they could move Surtain over to cover the tight end if Mason Taylor does start balling as well. So it just depends on who starts doing what. So he could be. I mean, I know it's a bottom. I'm sorry, Theo Johnson. Yeah, but they're not afraid to use Surtain everywhere. But he generally doesn't go with the slot receiver. But that's mainly because most teams' best receiver is not a slot receiver.
Yeah, they're outside receivers.
But he will cover whoever he's following. He will cover them if they go to if he's playing. CD will play out of the slot.
Yeah.
If he's shadowing CD, he will follow him to the slot.
In the slot. He doesn't follow the direct slot.
Yeah, and Wan'Dale's going to work mainly from the slot. So, and if Darius Slayton's not playing, which hopefully he's out there, but he didn't practice. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, he did not. Yeah, he's still.
And so it's so I would be a little concerned, but I will say if I was going to play a receiver outside of Wan'Dale in on that side of the ball, it would be a little jump just because of the targets he got and his size and the fact that like you said, he is a 50-50 guy.
And so I take that shot, especially as a Baker's bottom. If you're like desperation,
he'll get targets.
He could get you 10 points, and he might even pull a touchdown. I'm not saying it's going to happen. I don't think it's going to happen, but it's still there. You know what I mean?
The good news is that anything that bad happens, if there's an interception or pass defended, that doesn't go against him. It goes against quarterback.
Exactly. And if you're in it defensively, he could get the tackle. So, I mean, you could get that extra point.
Exactly.
You got to play that.
Yeah. If you got a league that counts that, you might get the tackle too.
I'm telling you, that's Jamar Chase in one of our leagues.
Yeah, got 3 tackles one game.
Exactly. And that was 3 extra points, man. So, man, you can't take that away from from these wide receivers, man.
At the time that Jamar got those 3 tackles, he had more tackles than Travis Hunter had
Yeah.
on the season.
So then with the tight end, 5%, we talked about it earlier. He's also my smash, Ja'Tavion Sanders.
Yes.
He's coming back off injury. I don't know why I like this guy so much. There's something about him. He's
Look, I want to say, like,
there's
I said
something
again,
there,
when
if that makes sense.
He came out in the draft class with was it Bowers? Who was the one that broke everything before Bowers?
Laporta.
Okay, so it was the Bowers draft class. So obviously, I'm pretty sure it was the Bowers draft. Whatever draft class it was, the number 1 person was elite. They were the ones that everybody's like, that's the first round draft pick.
It was going to be Brock Bowers no matter what.
And then after that, it was Ben Sinnott, and it was Ja'Tavion Sanders and whatever. And Ben Sinnott went in the second round, but I was, and this is before the draft, I was like, I thought Ja'Tavion Sanders as a pass catcher, I thought he was the better option. And I thought that he was, and I was super happy that the Panthers got him because I thought he was, a lot better. Now, I'm not saying that I'm right because we haven't really got to see Sinnott play, and I like Ben Sinnott as well. But
he hasn't got to.
But he's getting utilized more at Carolina than Sinnott's being able to get utilized where he's at. Of course, he's trying to fight Ertz for playing time as well.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Ja'Tavion's fighting Tommy Tremble.
Yeah. and listen, Tremble has been serviceable without Sanders, and Sanders is way better than Tremble.
That's the deal right now.
That's the thing you got to keep in mind is, and Ja'Tavion Sanders already had that chemistry with Bryce. So
he's owned in 5% of leagues. So many people dropped this guy when he got injured. I don't know why. Like, to me, he's almost like
just because
you got to hold him because the upside for him,
especially with how hard it is to get tight ends.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, and his upside. I wouldn't compare him to any of the elites yet, but I think that he could potentially become someone we talk about in upcoming years as the
offense grows,
as everything kind of works out. But I mean, I feel like especially this upcoming week they're playing against the Jets. We talked about how buns they are against tight ends. I had to stick with him with my smash. And there's a chance he might be in my DFS lineup too. I don't know. We'll talk about that later.
There's a chance he might be my DFS lineup too.
Well, there's a chance I might have played 3 tight ends in my DFS lineup. So.
There's a chance I might have played 2.
I did play 2, but
I did too.
Wait, does your other tight end rhyme with Hey McPide?
No, I did not play.
Okay, cool. Oh, okay. Well, then we do have a little bit of separation there.
Keep in mind that week 2 he had 9 targets, and then week 3 when he got hurt he only had 2. But
just look at last year's stats. If you really want to know what Ja'Tavion Sanders can do, I mean, he had weeks where he was putting up 20 points.
Yeah,
like for a tight end on a middle of the road offense. Even last year, which was kind of all over the place, he had some big weeks.
Yeah, he had 2, like 1 week he was tight end 9. He had a couple weeks where he was 14, 12. Most of those weeks he wasn't usable, but again, the offense was also trash, and they're growing. So,
and like Bus says, we wait on that 3rd year. This is what year 2?
Second year, yeah.
So we wait on that 3rd year.
Used to wait on that 3rd year.
Yeah. Now you got a lot of these that blow it up the first year. Well, Warren, Laporta, Bowers.
It's all freaking Laporta's fault.
Yeah. He came out there and said, "You know what? I want 110 targets this year."
He's like, I want to break football, and then Bowers is like, hold my beer.
I got you. And now Warren's like, what? Those are baby numbers.
Yeah, because Warren's like, I'll play quarterback, I'll run the ball, and I'll play tight end, fuckers. He's like, I'm like Taysom Hill, but better.
Way better. And slightly less attractive. You'll see it. Just slightly.
Are either one of them attractive, though?
Taysom Hill has his moments, I think. Like, there's a certain aura to Taysom Hill. Like, if you know Taysom Hill, it makes him more attractive.
So he's got a little swagger. Is that what it is?
There's something that little, without having dimples, but still has dimples. Does that make sense? You know what I'm saying?
I feel like you're way too invested.
Oh man, look,
Taysom Hill.
I've looked into this.
Taysom Hill or DK?
I gotta go with DK. You can't turn down the Adonis.
So was it Taysom Hill or Sam Hartman? That romance novel looking.
No, I know who you're talking about. That's like asking me if I know Jimmy Garoppolo. Yeah, I don't know. Now I know why we don't have many listeners. We're broadcasting to the wrong crowd.
Yeah, that's true.
We need to be like, we need to start up a Swinging Richards fantasy football league. we highlight we highlight the wrong part of football. Instead of talking cheerleaders, where we're like Sam Hartman or DK Metcalf.
Look, if you've seen them, you know. I don't care.
No.
You can be the straightest guy in the world. Those
You
guys
understand?
are hot.
Yeah, you understand. You don't have to tell us. We know you understand. Trust me.
All right. Well, there's Baker's bottoms. Take that however you want. Take it.
Take it. Kyle Monangai. What guy?
What guy?
Monangai.
All right.
And Lil Jordan Humphrey and Jatavian Sanders.
All right. Let's hit on some, I guess we'll close out with some key games and then hit on some DFS. Whoa. That was the news.
Wow. That'll work. Hell yeah.
There's that one guy who's like, yeah. All right. Key games. Let's kick it off with, I guess we can talk about tonight's game. Steelers at Bengals. It's old man versus old man.
The oldest man versus the older man.
Yeah.
It's like 83 years of football age, of regular age in this game right now.
It's way more in football years.
Yeah, it's like 193,000 football age years.
Yeah, you're playing Jalen Warren. We just talked about that, and Kenneth Gainwell.
Oh, 81, excuse me. I'm sorry.
DK Metcalf's in as well.
Yes.
They list Scotty Miller as the wide receiver too, so that should tell you about how much you should play any other wide receivers, which is not.
But if you look deeply into their tight ends, you know it's Jonnu Smith, DeAndre Washington, Pat Freiermuth, and some other guy that are all going to be the wide receiver twos for this game.
Well, I talked about. Did I talk? I can't remember because I actually did two podcasts by myself. One of them I recorded, and one I didn't.
DeAndre Smith,
Washington,
or Darnell Washington.
Darnell Washington. How he's trending,
Yes.
the way he's trending. It seems like Aaron Rodgers likes that dude.
He does.
I would play him over any of the other ones. To be honest
Yes,
with you.
me as well.
On the other side of the ball, you got to be desperate to play Flacco. Chase Brown, yeah, you're going to play him. You drafted him to play him, but you're only going to get 12 points out of him if you're lucky.
If you're lucky, yeah, it's definitely going to be if you're lucky.
You play Jamar, you play Higgins, but Higgins might goose you. So Noah Fant is interesting to me. Gesicki went out. He is on the IR. Noah Fant is the only tight end they have. He came back last week. He only played, Fant did, 49% of the snaps, had 4 targets.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be scared to throw Fant out there in a pinch. But again, by the time anyone hears this, the game's already going to be done. So.
And last week's kind of weird because they just signed Flacco and put him out there. So
Yeah.
I mean, not saying that he can't come in and but it's going to take some time to figure it all out. So yeah.
All right, next game we're going to talk about the Rams 4-2 at the Jaguars, also 4-2. Stafford last week
called it. No, I'm just kidding. Nobody did.
We expected Stafford to ball out last week. He did not. I'm going to expect it again this week. I don't think I'm playing him in fantasy, but he's not a terrible streaming option if you're in a pinch. Yeah, you're playing Kyron Williams. I mean, absolutely. Puka most likely is not going to play. Devontae Adams is a smash, as we talked about earlier, so he's definitely in. If I was going to pick one between Whittington and Atwell, it's like this. If I need upside, I'm playing Tutu. If I need any semblance of a floor play in my second flex, then I'm playing Whittington. And that's about as much analysis that I would give on that.
Yeah, you can't go much deeper than that.
Because if Tutu plays, he's going to get 4 targets, and 3 of them are going to be 70 yards downfield. Stay away from Rams tight ends all the time.
Yes.
On the other side, I am not playing Lawrence this week if I don't have to. You're playing Etienne for sure. The dude's been pretty damn solid all season. You know, he's currently the make sure I'm in the right league.
RB 14.
Yeah, make sure. Well, that's in a full PPR.
Oh, that is in a full. Yeah.
I mean, he's RB 14 and a half one as well.
Oh,
so.
that makes sense.
He's had a couple down weeks the last 2 weeks, so it is a little concerning. And the Rams are tough against running backs, so I wouldn't expect too much, but you're going to throw him in there. Brian Thomas has been picking up in the last few weeks.
He probably got that touchdown last week.
Yep. And he's had 2 weeks of double-digit points. And he finishes a wide receiver 1 last week. So, yeah, I feel pretty good about that. I've been trying to get Travis Hunter everywhere because I have a feeling it's getting ready to break.
He's been getting more targets, I feel. And
Well, his snap percentages
his
keep
snap
climbing,
percentage just keeps going up, yeah.
which means he's playing less defense, which means they're trying to focus him more on offense.
More offense, yeah.
And last week he had 7 targets. So I don't know. I got this gut feeling it's going to break.
I think so too. I kind of picked him up quite a few places trying to.
Yeah. I've got a couple trade
play that
offers
hot
out
side.
as well. So we'll see. And then I'm not playing any tight ends in this game.
Yeah, I didn't
On
even know
either
they
side of
had.
the
I didn't even realize they had tight ends.
Let's see. Let's go to the Eagles. There we go. Eagles 4-2 at the Vikings 3-2. You got Jalen Hurts. You're playing him. You're playing Barkley. You're hoping that Barkley gets back on track.
Yeah.
He's currently the running back 14, which I didn't even, or 13 in a half point. I didn't think he was that high, to be honest with you. So it's good to know that he's right on the fringe of a running back 1, but he has let you down based off where you drafted him. So I feel like they're coming out of they're not coming out of a bye, are they?
No.
Okay. No, Minnesota's coming out of a bye.
Correct.
But I feel like Barkley's getting poised to start lighting things up in the back half. Their offense as a whole has struggled this season. They're with a new offensive coordinator, and things just aren't clicking as of yet. But, they're too good. I think they're going to get it together. I'm playing A.J. Brown. Things have starting to pick up, starting to move in the right direction, I think, for him. His target share has been there all season. It seemed like last week, though, they made a concerted effort to get him passes in space and concepts that were more conducive to higher percentage catches.
Yeah.
So Devonta Smith, yeah, you're playing him, but it's
You don't know what week it's going to be. You don't know what week it's going to be.
Dallas Goedert, yeah, I mean this dude's had 9 targets and then 11 targets the last 2 weeks. He seems to be the top receiver for them. He's got 5 touchdowns on the season.
He's like receiver 1, and that's only in the last 4 weeks.
Yeah, and he had 2 in 1 week.
Yeah,
so.
that guy is their trusty.
But here's the deal:
trusty target.
If Devonta Smith goes off, then that generally means Goddard doesn't have a good game.
He doesn't do anything. Yeah.
So take that for what it's worth. I think Jordan Mason's going to have a good game this week. The one thing Philly is not good at is stopping the run.
Yeah.
They're kind of a run funnel defense.
Are we recording live right now? Like, can people listen to us live right now?
No,
They should. It seems like it. Austin just picked up Lil Jordan Humphrey off of waivers, and he dropped Tommy Tremble because he knows Jatavius Sanders is going to have a good week.
and we just putting the vibes out.
I'm telling you,
we're just putting that energy out there.
People are figuring it out. They can hear it.
I am not playing Carson Wentz. Get the fuck out of here. Unless I'm in 2 quarterback leagues, yeah,
super desperation. Like
I'm in a 3 quarterback league. He's getting played because I have JJ McCarthy was my 3rd, and I've been having to roll.
Yeah,
Wentz.
you got to roll with Wentz, yeah.
But I'm just saying, Jefferson's in, Addison's in, yes, and yes. Addison come back from his suspension straight into 8 targets and then 6 targets last week. He's had 2 weeks where he's wide receiver 20. I'll take that. Absolutely take that.
Yeah.
And then I talked about Hawkinson. I don't want anything to do with Hawkinson unless I'm absolutely have to. He hasn't goosed you yet. He's got you 5-6 points the last couple of weeks and a half point. Against Cincinnati, he got you 13, but I could get you 13 against Cincinnati. So
that's very true.
All right, next game we're going to talk about the Patriots 4-2 at the amazing Titans 1-5. I just want to talk about this game because I want to talk about Drake May.
Yep, play him. He's good. All right, let's go to the next game.
Drake May is his completion percentage on passes 20 yards or more downfield.
It's like 78% or something, isn't it?
70%.
70%.
The NFL average is like 40%.
Yeah, it's stupid crazy what he's doing right now.
So anyway, all right,
we called it.
Yes,
For those of you that listen,
yes,
we all hard to tell you.
This dude, if he stays healthy, he's going to be a elite quarterback in this league.
Oh yes, yes.
So that's it. That's all we really need to talk about.
Because the rest of the team is like meh.
Yeah, I play booty. That's it.
Play booty. If you want you want to have a heart attack on whether you're going to have 72 targets or 4, than play Stephon Diggs, because one week he'll have 11 targets, and the next week he'll have 2.
I would actually play Ayumanner in this game too, just because Ridley's not going to be out there. And then if you play Stevenson or Pollard, just don't watch the game.
Yeah, I'm playing Spears over Pollard in 2 leagues where I have both, because I feel like Spears is going to get utilized more in the pass game, and they're making an effort. Him coming back off injury, it's more and more and more.
Well, he's the more explosive player. He's a game breaker. He can do things that Pollard can't do, or used to be able to do, but it doesn't seem like he can do anymore.
And just avoid Cam Ward if you have to play him. Don't.
God, if it's a super flex, play literally anybody else.
Play Tajay Spears.
I have in a super flex league, I have Cam Ward as my second quarterback. And he's been on the bench, and I've been playing like Zach Ertz or whatever. Anybody else in my Superflex. Yeah, because he is single digits. That's what he's generally getting.
It's been very bad this season.
Yes,
for a quarterback.
Also, their coach got fired, so we'll see.
Shit may turn around, but I don't know.
I'm going to need to see it first,
and maybe throw Chig out there every once in a while. He kind of just shows
Chig's
up.
Right.
He went 6 for 6 last week.
Yeah, I'd play Chig over Hawkinson.
I'd play Chig over Cam Ward.
Yeah, I would play. I would absolutely play Chig in Superflex over Cam Ward for sure.
Especially in a 9.0 0 tight end premium league, I would play him over him. So,
let's see. Next game we'll talk about the Colts 5-1 at the Chargers 4-2. Yeah, Daniel Jones has been pretty solid. He's a quarterback 7 currently on the season, so you're playing him. Jonathan Taylor is an absolute animal. Pittman this week, he could be pretty solid. Josh Downs is more than likely going to miss the game.
Yeah, if Downs doesn't play, I think Pittman's kind of a smash, honestly. But
I mean, the Chargers have shown to be tough against wide receivers, but I think in this game it doesn't matter. Pittman's going to get targeted. Tyler Warren is an absolute beast. He is currently the tight end 2 on the season. And he's virtually can't miss. He's out there. Herbert against the Colts. Yeah, I'll play him. Kamani Vidal, play him over Haskins. I don't care what they tell you before the game.
Ignore.
We tried to tell you, and I hope you listened. Vidal is the better option.
Yes.
Yeah. It's the Ladd McConkey. So yeah, playing Ladd McConkey.
Did you see the not interview, but the thing where they, how they do the videos after they get touchdowns or the celebrations or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Lads over here like, this is what I do when I get the fucking ball, like threw his arms down like,
oh really?
After his last touchdown. Oh yeah, like showing praise on him, which is good. Don't get me wrong. I'm not like talking bad about it, but it's like I feel like without us really knowing that there was some tension between him in the beginning of the season, not getting targeted and not getting.
It could just be the haters too that have been talking
and
shit.
all this. Yeah, exactly. But we've been talking Quentin Johnston all early season being the guy, and then he finally misses a week, and Ladd lights it the fuck up. Like it doesn't matter.
He's got a touchdown the last 2 weeks. His target share has been relatively steady, for most of the season. So it's not like he's not getting opportunity. Yeah. It's just maybe he's not getting the opportunities that he wants. But last 2 weeks he's been great, but he's also got touchdowns. Yeah. I think he's going to be good again this week. Quentin Johnson.
Yep.
It looks like he's going to be back. He was a full participant in practice today, so we'll see with him back if that changes because he's been out.
Yep.
Again, I think Keenan Allen might be fading, but his target share is relatively the same too. He just hasn't done anything the last 3 weeks. So I would play Ladd. I play Quentin Johnson. I would play Allen if I'm desperate.
Yes.
Gadsden is who I want to talk about. He's somebody you need to get on your roster. He went from 26% to 48% to 54% to 75% of the snaps last week. He had 8 targets, caught 7 of them for 68 yards. So
he's increasingly becoming more of an option for them.
Yeah.
I mean, he came into 7 targets on his first weekend, and then while his percentage has gone up, his targets went down. But last week it came right back up again. So I'm hoping that it's more of a, defenses are going to allow him to be more involved in this.
Yeah. And like we talked about, Gadsden was an absolutely freaking beast.
Yeah.
When he played in college. And
he's similar size to Lil Jordan Humphrey, so he should be able to
yeah. The 2 full seasons that he played where he didn't get hurt, he played 13 games, caught 975 yards, 6 touchdowns, and that was his sophomore year, and then his junior year, or his would have been his senior. So he must have had a red shirt junior year because he only played 2 games his junior year, and then it says junior again. But he played 13 games, caught 73 balls for 934 yards and 2 touchdowns. So his college career is he caught 143 balls, 2,000 yards and 14 touchdowns, and that's basically 2 seasons worth.
Yeah.
And so dude's, he's a pass catching badass.
Yeah, he's a monster on a team that likes to throw the ball. Apparently, I mean,
Yeah. Let's see. Let's go to the primetime game. Atlanta Falcons at the San Francisco Giants. The Falcons are 3-2. The Giants are 4-2. The Falcons are surprisingly good defense. I'll be honest with you.
Oh, yeah.
I did not realize, I don't know how I missed this, but the former defensive coordinator for the Jets back when, I guess it was last year, but when they had their top tier defense,
Yeah.
he's the defensive coordinator
For the Falcons now.
Yeah, with because I assumed it was the head coach who was running the defense, but he's not. He's letting this dude, and it'd be nice if I knew their names, but
This dude works.
yeah, everybody knows what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, we get it.
I know that the first name of the Atlanta head coach is Raheem, but I can't. It's not Mostert. Raheem Morris. That is.
I can help with that part.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because I my brain kept saying Mostert, and I knew it wasn't Mostert, but I couldn't think of any other name besides Mostert when I was thinking of Raheem. But anyway, so yeah, Raheem Morris is a pretty renowned defensive coach in and of
Jeff
himself.
Ulbrich,
Yes.
Yes.
And so, but Jeff Ulbrich was running the defense with up in the Jets with what's his lips, who's now the defensive coordinator for the 49ers, was the head coach. Anyway, ball-headed dude. But
the bald-headed dude.
yeah, he's now the defensive coordinator for the 49ers.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, but I couldn't even. I think his last name starts with a SH. But anyway.
I'm not even going to guess. So
Ulbrich is he's a really good defensive coordinator, and he's down there getting that Falcons defense.
Robert Saleh.
There it is. I was not even close. It wasn't S.
It was SH.
Yeah,
H is at the end.
At the end, yes.
Yeah, I got you.
So Robert Saleh was the head coach, who's also a defensive guy. Ulbrich was his defensive coordinator.
There you go.
And their defense was the best defense in the NFL for like 2 years running.
Yep.
That guy Ulbrich is now coaching the Falcons defense, and they are now currently top 5 defense in the NFL.
They're kicking ass.
That's all I wanted to get to. That was a really long way to get there.
I helped.
You helped tremendously.
I helped.
I will say, so the last couple weeks, they played Washington. They went into the bye. They came out of the bye. Penix has been really good NFL wise. He hasn't been great fantasy wise. I mean, he had an okay game against Washington, but it seems like he's figuring things out. It seems like his offense is starting to click a little bit. I wouldn't be scared to play him in a pinch against San Francisco, but I would try to fade him if I,
Yeah, if you had other options.
Yeah, him and Purdy. I would try to fade both of them in this game. I just there's got to be a better option. I mean, I know it's too late to do anything about it, but I would play Aaron Rodgers over both of them.
Yeah.
Bijan you're playing him. There's
That dude.
Yes, but I would play Algier in a deep flex league.
He's been strangely pretty consistent for most of the weeks. Like there's been a couple not, but
well, every week that I think week 3, I don't know what happened that week, but every other week he's played 25 to 30% of the snaps. He's got double-digit carries in those weeks. If you're going to give me a running back and get double-digit carries, he's got 3 touchdowns out of the 5 weeks they've played. So,
and especially as an RB2, like RB2 for the team. This is one of the few in the league that you can put in your flex and feel okay about when you go to bed if you don't watch the game.
And if God forbid anything happens to Bijan, Algier's going to be the smash of smashes.
He's like an RB1 for a team.
Yes,
behind an RB1++. For another
his rookie year, he set the he set a rushing record.
Yeah, it was like 1,000+ yards or something like that.
He rushed for 1,035 yards, almost 5 yards a carry, only 3 touchdowns. But
that's because the Falcons beat Falcon.
So Algier's no schlep back there. But you're playing schlep.
Oh, okay,
not
slut.
Slut.
You said schlut.
No, I said schlep.
I thought it was a mix between schlep and schlut. It was just schlepped. I got you.
Or a slet.
There it is.
Whoa. Drake London, yeah, you're playing him.
Oh yeah, that dude monstered last week too.
Darnell Mooney, I would wait and see what he does if he plays this week. I don't want to play him unless I'm really hurting. If you play Kyle Pitts, you're just gonna be getting 4 or 5 catches, maybe.
Yeah,
So you won't get a
tough.
0, but it's not going to be great, probably, especially against San Francisco.
If it's not a tight end premium league, then it's kind of hard to really put Pitts out there. I mean, he's had one really, really good week and then one good week, I guess. But outside of that, do you really trust it? You know.
McCaffrey's in. There's no need to even bear down anymore on that.
Yeah, no.
If Pearsall, it looks like he may not play. If he's out, then Kendrick Bourne's a smash. I think it's going to be interesting to see if him and Purdy have the same kind of chemistry as
him and Mac Jones.
Him and Mac Jones do. But I'm still going to put him out there. He's had 2 straight games that he's played over 100 receiving yards.
Yeah, but
those 2 straight games, matter of fact, the same exact yards in 2 straight games, 142.
Oh wow.
He has no touchdowns, but you give me a guy off the bench getting 140 yards in a game, I'll take it.
That's crazy. And he did last game on 5 less catches, same yardage. That's insane.
Yeah, again, it's against Atlanta, and their secondary is really good, so take that for what it's worth. And then Juwan Jennings, if he plays, I'll play him, but I'm not expecting a ton out of him. It's not like I'm going to play him and be like, man, this dude's going to go out there and give me 20 points.
Yeah. No.
If he gets me 10, I'll be happy. And Kittle says he's playing. And so Kittle is where the money is, he's going to be the number 1 target, I think. And the Falcons are actually, I'm not going to say they're weak against tight ends, but it's their weakest area of defense.
It's the biggest area to take advantage of.
There you go. And so there's that. We got 2 Monday night games again. Yay, we get a 10 o'clock game on the East Coast.
I've decided that I'm not watching those out of boycott reasons.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, especially if it's going to be the Texans and the Seahawks.
Fair point. I like the Seahawks.
I'm kind of a low-key fan of Sam Darnold now, but
yeah, but I say that. But if I'm trying to think of those 2 teams who I might have going into that late games.
I got Jackson Smith and Jigba everywhere.
Yeah, you're going to be watching that game.
Yeah, I will definitely be watching that game. I will talk now saying I'm boycotting it, but in truth,
you're going to be watching.
I might record it just because, and nobody does that anymore. So,
no. All right, Tampa Bay 5-1 at the Lions 4-2. You're playing both quarterbacks in this game, and you're probably going to be really happy about it.
Correct.
You're going to play Rachaad White. I mean, since he's had to come in and play, he's been pretty money. He's been the running back 7 and the running back 10.
That dude, yeah.
Yeah, and so, he's in your lineup. In a pinch, if you're desperate as a Baker Bottom type deal, I would probably play Sean Tucker. He did get 6 carries for 25 yards and a touchdown. If he doesn't get a touchdown, though, you're probably going to be upset, but he has that ability to do that. He's the better runner between the 2, I think. But Rachaad does everything else better.
Yeah.
Mike Evans, if he's out there, he's going to be the only name and the only show in town. If I had to pick, I'm going to be honest with you. If I had to pick between Tez Johnson and Cameron Johnson, I think me and you are the same on this. I would take Cameron.
I would too.
Tez came in. He had a higher snap percentage, but he only got 3 targets. Cameron came in. He played 49%, 20% less basically, and had 4 targets.
And the thing to me, like, this tells me that Cameron has more capability of getting open or being, possibly and plus he's played snaps all year, where Tez just came in recently. Tez, I want to say, he played a little bit in the beginning, missed a game, and then his snap percentage is actually kind of higher, but he just doesn't get targeted. Yeah, which kind of leads me to think that he's not getting open, if that makes sense. But
I will say this: I would play both of them over Sterling Shepard because I don't care what everybody keeps saying. Sterling Shepard's garbage. Yeah, he hasn't done anything except 1 game. He caught 4 balls for 80 yards. Outside of that, he's not doing anything.
Sterling Shepard's like the security blanket at 3rd and 2. and he'll get that pass, and he'll get first down, and you won't hear from him for 5-6 plays.
I want a guy that's going to catch an 80-yard bomb.
Or you want a guy that's
Shepard's going to catch a 4-yard bomb.
It's going to be a 3-yard pass to get him first down, and then you won't hear from him again for 6-8 plays.
Yeah, and then when you do hear
half.
from him, it'll be a 6-yard catch. And that'll be as long for the season.
Exactly. It's like Shepard's just kind of like that guy that Baker knows that he can trust to get the first down if they only need 3 yards, and then
his average yard per target is 8.9, basically 9 yards.
That seems high.
Yeah, his yard per catch says 12, but I don't believe that.
Yeah, that seems high too.
Yeah, that seems somebody's lying because it's like he has 5 catches for 43 yards every freaking game.
No,
I'm over it. I want upside. If I'm having to play this deep, a lot of times I'd rather shoot for the upside play.
Well, on a team that throws the ball this much, like what Emeka does, which he's elite, but there's got to be somebody now that he's out that's going to kind of fill half them shoes. Yeah. So you want somebody that's going to get you 50 yards
I think it's
on 3 catches, and I feel it's going to be Cameron as well. Yeah.
Cade Otton, I'm playing him. He had a decent week 2 weeks ago. He was last week, but with Emeka out, I think Cade Otton could be the true recipient of some targets. I'm not going to say it's going to be downfield, but he could target you into a good week, so.
Yes.
All right, you're playing Goff, you're playing Gibbs, you're playing Montgomery. That's happening. You're playing Amon-Ra St. Brown. Javonte Williams, he showed back up to the party after 3 terrible weeks.
Yeah, pretty bad weeks.
Yeah, he had 7 targets, caught 6 of them last week for 66 yards and a touchdown. I think you can play him this week. He's definitely an upside play, but he's you're gonna throw him out there.
Against Tampa, I think he's gonna have a good week.
Tesla is the interesting one to me. He hasn't done a lot this season, but when he's got opportunity, he's generally done good. He had 1 target in the first week. It was a 13-yard catch. It was a touchdown. He had 1 target, 1 catch in the second week. It was a 29-yard reception. Then he had 2 targets and they didn't hit, but then he had 1 target, a 12-yard reception, and a touchdown. So with whoever, I'm trying to remember who the third receiver was. I think maybe Tesla might be the third guy now, because I think Khalif Raymond might have been their third guy, but he's only played 3% and 4% of the snaps last 2 weeks. So he's definitely being phased out.
I think Sam Laporta is their third guy.
100%.
Or their second guy.
Yeah, I think he might be the second
B.
Yeah.
Second B,
He's
A
been the tight end for the last 2 weeks. He's definitely getting played in this game. The one thing about Laporta is this.
That mustache don't quit.
Generally, if he doesn't get you a touchdown, you're going to just have an okay week. And also that mustache says, please stop resisting.
There's so much resisting that stops with that mustache. Yes. I can't even look at it. It's
the worst.
It's so bad. They need to fix his picture. I feel like
he needs to fix his face.
I feel like this is the Halloween all over again.
I could go on a rant right now on what the fuck ever made people bring back that stupid 70s mustache.
The 70s, like,
it's not a good look.
Mustache.
It's not a good look.
It's the worst.
No.
If you can't grow a full mustache, don't grow one at all.
I will say that.
That's what I will say.
But just there's only a few people throughout history that can pull off a mustache and it's not creepy looking. Tom Selleck.
But this is a full mustache.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Even the full one's creepy to me.
Yeah, is it?
Yeah.
I guess. Like, I don't know. I kind of like the ones that, like the handlebar, not handlebar, but the ones that pull all the way down.
If it goes down past the mouth, that's fine. But the stop resisting arrest freaking mustaches are the worst.
The mustaches you can draw with a pencil.
Yeah, but they're still full. Like, look at his. Yeah. His isn't not. It's not small. It's his whole lip.
It's weird looking though. Like,
it's creepy.
I feel like there's too much separation.
It's creepy, is what it is.
But just so you know, for those of y'all, Aaron Rodgers just threw a 38-yard pass to DK Metcalf.
Yes, baby.
So
yes,
that just happened.
All right, last game. Now that we went off on the mustache rant, is the Monday night game, the one that you're going to be boycotting, but not really.
Yep.
Texans 2-3 at the Seahawks 4-2. I'm probably trying to fade Stroud, even though last couple weeks he's been pretty good. Last week he was really good. His QB1 on the week.
That's against Baltimore. It didn't really count.
Yeah. Or last week. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you know, Everybody could be QB1.
last week, not last week, but the last week he played. My bad.
I could be QB7 against Baltimore right now.
Well,
with
I
you
don't
as
know.
my tight end.
Stafford got shut down.
But did he though?
He only scored 9 fantasy points. He was on fuck that guy.
That's true. I wasn't here for that.
Nick Chubb, if you play him, you better get a touchdown. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. You
the
better
only-
hope the defense lets him get a touchdown.
The only
because-
double-digit weeks he's had all season is when he scored a touchdown and a half point.
Yeah.
I don't want to play Woody Marks, but I'm going to definitely be watching what happens now that they've come out of the bye. Is this where the shift happens? Is this what they're waiting for? Is Woody Marks about to take the backfield? That's why I'm fading this whole backfield if I can. Nico, yes, you're playing him. Christian Kirk, when he's been out there and healthy, he's been terrible. Never mind. I don't want to blame him.
It's very very middle of the field, like worst case scenario flex play. Like
Yeah.
I picked him up a couple places because he should be doing better and he's not. But
Yeah.
I can get some points, but just not a lot.
Yeah, so I don't want to play them. Dalton Schultz has been their second receiver for the most part, and he hasn't even done great.
He
In a
hasn't,
full
yeah.
point PPR, he's been okay.
Yeah,
but,
he's been
but in
middle
yeah,
of the
so
road.
yeah, I don't like any of those people.
That's what I'm saying. Like their whole team, even though they won like 50-0 one week and
Yeah.
60-0 the next week, they did great, but nobody really benefited from it.
Darnold's been on fire the last 2 weeks. He's been the QB2, the QB9, and he's had 6 touchdowns combined for the last 2 weeks. So yeah, I'm playing him. I don't want to play Kenneth Walker, but he's probably going to be okay in this game. I mean, if you got him, you're going to play him. You know,
Mm-hmm.
but it just I don't know.
I think Sharp slowly kind of, even though he hasn't looked amazing.
He did not have a good week last week. Sharps didn't, but he was okay before that. Deep flex, I would definitely play Sharps.
When it comes to, once they get inside the 5, Sharp gets the ball all 4 times. Like it's so crazy, but
You're definitely fading JSN. Dude is trash.
yeah, you
wanna
don't.
play him.
Nobody wants trade me JSN for pennies. Everybody trade me JSN. He's only the wide receiver 2 on the league season. You don't want nothing to do with him. I promise.
Yeah, it's too stressful to have somebody that good on your team. So
Look, week 3,
Aaron
he only
Rodgers,
played
10-yard pass to Jonnu Smith.
Oh, well, we called the wrong one. Touchdown, yeah, that's the worst. It should have been Darnell Washington, but here we are.
Like I said, play Jonnu Smith over Darnell Washington.
Honestly, you could probably play Cameron Sutton or who's the other one? It's Cameron
Hayward.
Hayward. There you go. What?
You better put some respect on that. His daddy was an NFL player and a
he's-
really damn good one.
He's their 4-string tight end and scored the same amount of points as the other 3 tight ends they have. That's all the point I'm trying to make.
Yeah. But yeah, Jason's been an animal. He's
Yeah, that dude-
you're playing him. Cup, no.
Like, I tell you, like I picked up Cup in our home league and he got dropped and I was like, okay, I picked him up 2 weeks ago and all of a sudden he got 9 fucking targets and he got me like 8 points or 9 points on 6
He got you
receptions.
Good. Did
Yeah.
you play him last week?
I played him last week and
He
he
got
got
you
me
the
the touchdown. Like I was
He only
like,
caught
okay.
2 balls, but one of them was a touchdown.
I'm like, but he only got thrown 3. So I'm like, that's good. That's great odds. So now I have to ride with him now because like to pick somebody up off waivers that's got me averaging 10 points a week just about. That's I like that. I'm not mad at that at all. So
Tyler Warren's been pretty solid.
wait, who?
What did I say? Tyler Warren?
You did.
I don't know.
I don't even know who that is.
I just rewound. AJ Barner.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah, Tyler Warren's the tight end for the Colts.
That's why I was like, what game are we looking at?
Yeah, I rewound.
Yeah.
He's been okay. Like I thought he'd been doing better. I get skewed on tight ends a lot because I play in these tight end premiums with weird scoring, and so like AJ Barner's got me double digits every week for the last whatever. But
Last
in a
week
half
wasn't-
point PPR, he hasn't been as good as it looked on paper.
Last week wasn't great, but I mean, he still got 71 yards for a tight end. That's pretty big. So.
Yeah, he gets they do like to hit that tight end down the seam, which is a classic cover 2 breaker because if you're going to beat a cover 2 or even a cover 2 man shell, you got to be able to hit them seam routes because that keeps it honest with the wide receivers on the outside.
Yeah,
and they're doing that very well. Him and Darnold are definitely hitting that seam route pretty solid, and that's where those yards are coming from the last couple of weeks. So
yeah, I mean,
and his touchdowns as well too.
I'm liking Barner. I think Barner could potentially be, I'm going to say on teams that win leagues. I'm not going to say a league winner per
Possibly.
se.
I need more targets.
Yeah.
Before I feel that, I need more targets. 3 to 5 targets is not a league winner to me because you need touchdowns or you need long passes, and I don't think that can be sustained for a long period.
And but I don't know.
But I think he
feel
has
like there's
the
something
talent.
there.
There is something there.
We've
And
seen
if Kupp
weeks-
gets hurt,
Oh yeah.
if Kupp
this-
gets hurt, it could open him up, or God forbid JSN gets hurt. AJ Barner could skyrocket. But I need a tight end that's getting 8 to 10 targets before I feel like he can be a league winner.
I'm just looking at, like, even when he gets minimal targets, he's still putting up yardage that makes him extremely viable. You know, because the week before that he had 2 touchdowns and he only had like 43 yards total, I think, on 7 passes or whatever. But so he's kind of playing both sides of that. And I don't know. Last week I thought picking him up everywhere was going to hurt me. And the fact he still put up 71 yards on 2 catches was very beneficial. You know,
if he's not getting the touchdown, hopefully he gets you the yards.
Exactly.
Well, there it is. Getting ready to head into week 7. Jeez. It's like the season's flying by.
Our babies are growing so old.
Yes. And they're dying too. Some of them are dying.
It's weird. Like we're losing so many babies out here.
But you know, like I always say, if anything we say or do helps you get to that average place in your league, that means we did our leagues. That means we did our job. Because when you finish average, Matt,
you don't lose.
That's exactly right. So we hope you guys have at least an average weekend out there, and we'll talk to you next week.
Later.
Holla.